Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We're starting a little bit late today, but welcome to Clifton Harrison's Lunchtime concert. The Lunchtime concerts have been part of life at Bishopsgate Institute since 1948 because somebody called Dame Myra Hess, whose rather lovely Steinway is hiding in the corner, not being used today. Myra Hess, during the Second World War, believed that although the government had shut all of the concert halls and all of the galleries and the theatres, partly to protect what was inside, but partly because it was seen to be frivolous in a wartime effort to be going out and listening to music. And she believed that that was the opposite of what people needed, that music in difficult times is what we all need to inspire us. And I think we can probably all agree that that's as relevant now as it's ever been. We normally run lunchtime concerts in the autumn and in the spring, but in the summer we don't normally run them. Where our lovely live audience today is sitting are normally some rather anxious people about to do their exams. It's normally in-person exam season, and unfortunately, because of the pandemic, it's not been possible to do those. But what that does mean is that we have been able to program an extra special set of concerts in the summer, which have both a live stream audience and a live audience with us today. Today's concert, Clifton wanted me to make sure that I mentioned the archive that was inspiring him. If you've seen the video, which is on our website, of him talking about the archive that he has worked with and that has inspired him, I think you'll agree it is a really reflective and beautiful piece. If you haven't seen it, then I hope you will check it out. It is called the LAMAS Collection, which is the London and Middlesex Archaeological Society, and there's a series of incredible glass slides of London, some of which you'll see in today's performance. All of our concerts are connected to our archives. We invite the musicians to browse and to be inspired by that content. And the City of London, for this special summer season, has provided some support for us to be able to make the videos and make the offer a little bit more interesting for everybody. So I do hope you enjoy them. I will come back just at the end for a couple of housekeeping pieces, but for now, I just want to hand over to the fantastic Clifton Harrison.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for coming today. This collection really inspired me. At first, I saw just on images, digital images online at first, and I noticed there were some images of darkness and nighttime, London. What I didn't know is that these slides, what I didn't realize actually, were these slides were on glass, and they were etched in glass. It was amazing to see. And they were smudged, and it added to the texture that I was thinking about how to present this concert and what I would play in this concert. I decided to mix old and new, so I'll be playing the Baroque viola, which is all in gut strings, and I'll be playing also a modern viola, which is the normal viola you would see in most instances. Now, they're tuned differently. One's A415, which is essentially a semitone lower than the modern viola. You'll notice a difference. I think the Baroque viola sounds a bit more rustic. And the modern viola, I'll be playing some very modern pieces on the modern viola, so I'll be using all the extraneous sounds that most people try to avoid when playing the viola. I'm going to start with the Prelude in G minor by Purcell. It's originally for violin. I'm playing in the original key, so it's a very short work, and I hope when you look at these slides, it'll be up on the screen as I'm playing. Just think how I was thinking, just not taking them literally, just how they make you feel, and how they make you think about like sound and light and darkness and breath and wind. Those are my markers for this recital. So thank you. double checking my screen here. Okay. Right. If you do have a program that you've downloaded, it's a bit different. The difference is now I'm going to play the Stravinsky Elegy. I thought I'd mix up between Baroque and modern, so you can really get the feel of it. This piece is an elegy, so it's a mournful or a memorial piece. It was written it's in memory of the first violinist in the Pro Art Quartet, and it was written in 1944. It's essentially a two-part invention for one instrument. It's muted throughout, which is really interesting. So I think it's a nice transition from the muted sound of the Baroque viola versus now the modern viola sound. So do enjoy. I meant to say as well, that piece, it has a lot of breath marks in the music, which, interestingly, it makes it feel very staggered and haphazard, and it's intentional, so it's meant to just hiccup almost in between the bits, which for me is the breath, and also the wind. Next, I'll be playing, now it's back in the order of your program, if you have one, Domenico Gabrielli's First Ricercare for solo cello, and I'll be playing on viola. I am playing lots of transcriptions today because in Baroque music, the viola was not really a solo instrument until later on. This is all 17th century music and some 18th century music. So the viola didn't come into its own as a solo instrument until a bit later than that. So we have to borrow. So I'm gleefully borrowing music from the violin and the cello. Gabrielli was a 17th century Italian Baroque composer, and this is one of the earliest known solo cello works. So in his first Ricercare, it's gorgeous. It's part of 7. So I'm not going to play all 7 today. I'm just going to play number 1 for everyone. Next is another Italian composer, but who lived in London. In the early 1670s, he moved to London. He's an Italian violinist called Nicola Matteis. He was forgotten mainly until the 20th century. So it's so wonderful to find this music. A colleague of mine at my string quartet, Peter Shepherd-Scarvid, put me onto this composer. I didn't know his music at all. And it's a treasure trove of violin music. Again, I've arranged this for viola. It's just a fifth lower. So, this is a prelude and fantasy from the airs for the violin, book 1. It's 2 movements. Just tune again. Gut strings take a bit of finessing, don't they, to get tuning. All right, and we come now to the Kaya Sariahu, in French, Vent Nocturne. It's night wind, really, translated. It's in two parts, this piece, and it's for viola and electronics. So I'm going to attach myself to my laptop here. Let's do this real quick. One thing at a time, right? Okay. Right. It's in two parts. The first part in French is Dark Mirrors. The second part is called Breaths of the Obscure. So if it ties in perfectly. It's the first thing I thought of when I saw these slides, was this work. So in the electronics, it's actually sounds of viola in the background doing this stuff, and also there's wind sounds and breath, actual breath, and extraneous noises coming from the instrument. Plus, this max patch has effects throughout what I'm triggering. It changes the effects of my instrument as well. So it's a calming, in my opinion, work. The first part is a bit more to the fore, I guess, and the second piece is the second movement is more reserved. So see if you can really listen for what I heard when looking at these slides, especially the night slides and also the ones on the Thames and in the docks. I'd also like to say this is my first time triggering my own effects in a concert. Thank you very much. Okay. Can we just test right quick? Can I hear out of the monitor? I have to do a test just before we start, so we don't have to have a false. I don't hear it in my monitor. Okay, we're just going to go ahead regardless. I'll just and hope for the best. Fix this. Right. Vent Nocturne, Kaya Sariahu. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Clifton. I don't know about anybody else, but I found myself being drawn really deeply into those images, and I'm seeing them in a very new way. It was very meditative and reflective. I really enjoyed that. If you would like to come and see either the LAMAS slides or any other items in our archive, you're most welcome to do so. It's free. I'm sorry, I'll step into the light. Free for anybody who would like to. The information is on our website. We do need you to book at the moment because obviously we still have restrictions in place, but come and see anything you like. The LAMAS slides, other things, professional research, just curiosity. That's partly why we're here. So thank you hugely. I enjoyed that so very much. Such a mixture of contemporary and Baroque and lots of music I'd never heard before. Our next concert next week is by Orphy Robinson, which he is a multi-instrumentalist who will be on the stage, presumably with similar quantities of equipment. If you'd like to join us in person or online, you know what to do. You're already either here or watching us online. We look forward to that. Obviously, these concerts are free. They are free to you, the audience. They are free to you, the audience in live stream land, but they're not free to put on. So it would be much appreciated if you would like to make a donation towards the concerts and the work of Bishopsgate Institute. If you'd like to make a donation, those of you who are in the room with us now, you'll see 2 green devices at the door at the back where you came in and where you'll be leaving. They're contactless devices that will take a donation of £3 from your card if you would like to make one. And if you're online or you'd like to donate later, you can find all the information on our website, which is bishopsgate.org.uk/give. We'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. There is also a survey for those of you who are in the room with us today. You'll get a quick email following up after the booking. I know several people nodding their heads because I can see we have some regulars here. Thank you so much for participating. It really helps us get this right for the future. All it remains to say is thank you, particularly to Clifton for that amazing concert and programme. Thank you to you for joining us in the room and online, one of whom I believe is Clifton's mum, who has got up super early in the States in order to be able to watch him. If for any reason she wasn't able to get up, it will be available as a recording on YouTube and Facebook later. But welcome, Clifton's mum. Thank you very much, everybody. And finally, once again, thank you to Clifton. That was fantastic. Thank you so much.